Ooh, I'm the Batman.
Why, hello there. Listen, guys, if there's one thing I've really learned to embrace about my new life, it's the ability to laugh at myself, make fun of myself, and admit certain things. And one thing I really need to admit is the fact that back at home, I always chose a car because I thought it was an extension of my personality. I wanted people to look at me and go, geez, that guy's doing it right, or, you know, he's successful, blah, 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 all that crap. Well, here in Thailand, it's kind of the same for people that are coming just for a short time vacation. What you choose to drive here says a lot about you. Trust me, it does. So I've compiled a little tiny list of the more popular modes of transportation here and what they say about you as a person and in general. So hopefully you can find some humor in this. If you don't find some humor in it, well, have a beer and go, you know, give yourself a happy ending because you apparently just don't find anything funny at all. On the other hand, I had a great time making this video. I really hope you enjoy it, and listen, kids, laugh at yourself because if you don't, I will, trust me. Cheers.
The Honda Monkey. I'm going to tell you something. If you're rolling around on one of these things here, you're a king. You probably don't have a girl on it because it's kind of hard to fit anything on the back of this unless you're dating someone who's incredibly small. Back home, you're just the life of the party. You really are. You've probably got a cool ass sports car in the garage that you take extremely good care of. And yeah, you're just loving your life. These monkeys are just the greatest little things. I have to find one to rent because when I was a kid, I actually had a Honda 50. And I've got to get one. Plus, I love playing with monkeys. They're just the coolest. You, my friend, are a boss.
Now, do you wash and wax your Lexus IS 250 every single weekend religiously? Well, if you do, then you're rolling this bad boy right here, the Yamaha Gran Filano. I'm going to tell you something. Italian looks with Japanese reliability. These bikes are absolutely beautiful. This matte blue finish is just stunning. And these bikes handle amazing. They're hefty like a Vespa. And to be honest with you, people confuse these with a Vespa all the time. I even do it, and I'm a Vespa fanatic. Guys, listen, this thing is super. They drive amazing. They handle really well. They have tons of power. And quite honestly, you've got a sweetheart on the back of this thing who respects you, not just your bank account. Trust me, this is what you want to be rolling. If you can't find a Vespa, kids, you need this. Now, despite the similarities, do not confuse this with a Vespa because it's definitely not. It's about half the price of a Vespa, but again, these things are just absolutely sick. The Lambretta, one of the sexiest beasts here, and at home you're driving an Audi, no question at all. You have taste, you have class, you have style, you have grace, my friend. I'm not quite sure about the kitty busting out of the fender, but these things are super cool. They do look a lot like a Vespa. They've got that Italian look to them. I think they're simply gorgeous. This one with the black rims, love it. The seat, you know what? Yeah, the seat's kind of funky, okay? But overall, you're a smart guy. You know what you're doing. You know what you like, and love your bike. If you're lucky enough to be driving one of these Royal Alloys, I want to be your friend. I actually like you. I respect you. You're probably rolling an Audi A5 at home because you enjoy life. And if you're driving this here, again, I'd sit, I'd have a beer with you. These things are fantastic. They look great. And from what I'm told, they're actually a really good bike. You made a wise choice, my friend. Very wise. You better be a 15-year-old boy here on vacation with your mom and dad, cruising around on this thing, checking out the local talent. Because if not, then you're like a 35 or 45-year-old man that still lives at home with his mom in the basement with a bunch of Tony Hawk posters on the wall. Grow up, dude, really. Listen, if you're that guy that comes to Thailand and gets your bike chained because you just had to park your bike
where nobody else parks, even though there's all kinds of parking up and down the street, up and down the promenade. You're the same jackass that takes up 2 parking spots at home just so that you don't get a nick on your car. I mean, come on, guy. That just cost you 800 baht, which is about $25 US. Really smart, buddy. Now, the Cubix and the Zoomer are pretty much the exact same bike, and they are just as stupid, no matter what you call it. Zoomer, Cubix, even with neon yellow, it's still ugly as shit. So look, guys, I'll admit, I might have been a little harsh on the guys that are driving these T-Maxes by calling them douchebags and stuff like that. However, if you come to Thailand, you can judge for yourself. Trust me, you're gonna feel the exact same way that I do. So this is the Honda Super Cub. Listen, if you're rolling one of these, you definitely have a Benz back at home. And you bought the Benz not only because of its unbelievable reliability and comfort, but because it's an absolutely gorgeous car. And this thing, these are super cool. Now, I'll be honest with you, they are a manual, so very few people here are driving them. But for looks, I don't think there's too many things short of a Vespa that look better than this does. This color combination with the cream and the orange, with the brown two-tone seat, is just stunningly beautiful. I love these things. I respect anybody that's driving one. And if I was living here full time, all the time, I would own one. That's how nice these are. The only thing that you could possibly drive that's worse than this would be this, a Nissan Cube. Imagine that, a Cube parked beside a Zoomer. Holy Jesus, it's my lucky day. So look, if you come here and you're riding one of these Mad Max inspired street/dirt bike things, you are not a thrill seeker, you're an attention seeker. You're one of those guys back home that does donuts in snow-covered parking lots because you don't want to do it on real pavement because you're not going to burn the tires off of your car. You just want people to look at and you go, ooh, he's cool. Well, these things, they're not cool, to be honest with you. They're really not. You look kind of foolish riding it around on one, and the downshifting that these guys do so that we can hear you coming, it's not impressing anybody, buddy. That's why you never see any hot chicks on the back of these. None. Ever. Never happened, never will. Now, in all fairness, this Nissan does have forged racing rims. Oh yeah. Booyah. Look, I understand the whole electric vehicle movement. I'm not part of it, and I never will be because I'm not going to give up my combustion engine. However, I do understand it. What I don't understand are ugly things like this. I mean, this is even worse than one of those Nissan Leafs or the Chevy Volt, okay? This is the Yadea by AJ. It is a fully electric bike. And if you're driving this, I'm going to tell you something. I know for a fact you do not own a Tesla. There's no possible way because this thing has the styling of a cardboard box. That's how ugly this thing is. It looks more like something that you would have seen in the 1980s. Look at the front of this. No style, no class whatsoever. Yeah, you care about the environment and all of that crap, but I'm not going to sit and have a beer with you. I wouldn't even have a latte with you, to be honest with you. Okay, I will admit that this black on gray with the blue highlight color combo is actually really sweet on these T-Maxes. Check out the rims. I love this bike. Still wouldn't drive one, but I like looking at them. So listen, if you're rolling this bad boy right here, well, most likely you are a brand new real estate agent just struggling to make ends meet. And don't worry, my friends, it's going to get better. Trust me. You'll eventually upgrade to one of these. Yep, that's going to be your life for a long time to come. This atrocity is the Honda Move. Now, the Move is to the Click what the Tercel is to the Corolla. And if you're driving one of these, you really want to be on a Click. That's how bad your life is. You actually aspire to driving a Click.
Back at home, yeah, you're the guy that's got the Tercel who's hoping to move up to the Corolla. Sorry, but it's true. Move to the Click. Which actually brings us back to the Click, and I'll admit I was pretty harsh on people that drove the Click, so I'm going to re-evaluate and reassess this. You don't hate your life. Life hates you. Trust me, if you're stuck driving one of these, life hates you and life sucks. I'm not clicking with this thing, not at all. Why do you have to be so stupid? Again, you're that clown in the parking lot that takes up 2 spots. All kinds of parking. All the way up and down the street, up and down the promenade. And you gotta be the tough guy. Loser. Douchebag.